Hi and welcome to another one of our videos. Today we're going to look at the box jump and more in particular the actual landing of the box jump. A lot of people know the box jump well for the vertical leap and see a lot of crazy things on YouTube with people jumping to insane heights, which is all good, and I'm sure it's a great way to develop some power and vertical leap sort of ability, but the real issue that or the real benefit I see to this exercise is more in the landing. So here's four examples of how we would use this, going from easier to hardest. And they relate very much to a sporting movement and very much plyometrics type thing. But anyone with a knee problem, ACL tear, especially, this type of training is awesome for preventing it, because most ACL injuries are non-contact ones to begin with, so meaning that no one touched them, they just moved awkwardly on a pivot or a land. So in terms of the landing side of things, this is awesome. So let's have a look at Nathan do the first one, which is a 2-foot landing, and basically he's going to just fall from the box and land as softly as he can into a nice squat. So you see he has to land in that perfect position. If we do another one and we'll watch him again, and I'll get this last one where he jumps a bit more. Alright, so I ask him to jump on this next one, and you'll see where he landed, and what we're looking for is when he hits that spot where he lands, right there we see his hips break backwards. So as he hits, there's bang, both feet hit the ground and the hips bang, dive backwards to cushion the landing, to put all absorb all of the weight of his body into his muscles and not into his joints. So the person who land, you can see his knees sort of in a perfect position to align themselves. So we sort of see that, and there's none of this sort of falling inwards as such. Right, and he's got a nice spinal position, his head looking straight ahead. So basically he's preparing himself for the harder version which is about to come. So let's have a look at him next, where he's going to move into a single leg variety. And this one, you'll see him starting on the box again, and then now this time when he lands, he's going to have to land with a single leg. And he didn't land it very well, and so he was disappointed in himself. But basically the reason he didn't land very well, he landed too much on his toes, which is okay if he wanted to jump again, but if we want to cushion that landing, he's got to learn how to get his heel down and get his hip back, just like he did on the 2-leg one. So you can see when he landed this time, his hips dived back into that single leg squat and a nice sort of cushioned landing. So he'll try another one again on his right side. And again we'll get to see some good form, but this is don't underestimate the damage this exercise can create. A lot of people really struggle mentally trying to be able to do this from it's not really all that high either, so but the forces that it does kick into are quite severe. Alright, so then now we go back to the 2-leg one, and now he's going to do what we call a tuck jump. So he's going to land and then tuck up and then land in the squat again. So very much a plyometric movement here, where we see him landing. So on this landing, it's very hard to get your heels down. So you'll see here, you'll get a little bit of it, but it won't be on the ground for very long. He has to get off the ground straight away and then pull the heels up towards his butt as such to get that high jump over. And now he has to land in the perfect squat, getting his feet into that, and then the hips diving back, and there's his squat. Alright. So again, if you have trouble with the squat, you're going to have trouble with any type of jumping, because jumping is made from squatting. So that's why you always want to start with the squat technique first before you do plyos. See a lot of people just trying to go hard, that really don't understand what they're doing. Their movements, mechanics are really just not designed well. Alright, so here's the single leg tuck and jump, a lot harder. And it just has a real loss of power. He has to really control the forces that trying to pull his knee inwards, which again we see with the ACL tears and stuff like that. That's really where you'll see this on this particular sort of where it'll dive in, and then he's trying to control it. So see how he fell out on this second one. He was much better on that first one. So on that first one where he landed this left one. He didn't fall out to his left side. He was very neutral, and even when he landed there, whereas on this second one, you'll see he really does not control that ankle. So that's a terrible landing, very awkward. And then his ankle gives up on him at the end there. All right, so he'd need to work a lot more on just the single leg landing, right leg, before he tries to do too many of these jumps. But there's 4 different versions of the box jumps you could use, and great for sports, but great for knee rehabilitation as well. All right, so I hope you enjoy that video, and we'll see you on our next one.